All right, I'm gonna take one more quick video of the tractor because the other one was linked with something that I don't know if I should link it with. This is that 93 Cub Cadet that I got basically running. The only thing I had to do to it was get the front tires back on the bead, and then look, they're perfect. They're still in perfect condition. I really don't think this has that much use. Look at it, it's still got them things on them too. But they were flat. This thing sat in a shed for 8 years because the guy didn't use it for 8 years. And then, it basically, essentially started right back up. The oil was fresh, had a brand new air filter, spark plug. All I needed to do was put a battery and, take the blade, take the deck off, repaint the top of it, just mainly the shields. The blades, did I even have to sharpen them? I don't think I even had to. I think they were still sharp, although I might have anyway. It's the type where there's 2 blades even. That's how good this machine is. It's got the mulch plug system with 2 blades that go 2 of them in an X, That's really incredible. This cast iron thing. This is when MTD just bought them out. I mean, it's a 93. MTD bought them out in 81 because I have a 7980, the last of the international versions, and them things are incredible. And I kept that one for myself because in case we're probably going to move somewhere where there's a decent amount of land. But headlights, it's got that old school look to it, so I don't know if that's what it did it. If people looked at it and went, it's old. Yeah, it's old and barely used and built to last forever. That's what people don't understand. The ones in the store now, okay, are crap. Even the higher end ones, they're crap. Okay, but people don't understand that. All right, this is 100% American made with pride. It says it right on the seat. I mean, she's getting this thing. I even told her I expect to hear from this thing that this thing is still mowing in 20 years. I said, as long as you do basic maintenance, oil changes, oil filter since it has one, air filter, and run the fuel system dry, mechanically, there should be no problem for 20 years. And then, keep the blade sharp, make sure they don't get bent, so it continues to cut nice. And replace things as necessary. Batteries, when they go bad, I would take the battery out during the winter, put it inside, downstairs, where it stays warm. That helps keep them lasting longer. And other than that, seriously. See, this is all clean. I cleaned it up. It hasn't leaked since. So that was probably just a little bit of leak over time. That wasn't like a heavy thing. And these Goodyear tires, not one crack in them. Usually at the car aisles, they would have been all cracked up from sitting 8 years flat like that. All I had to do was work them with my feet back on a bead, and they came back to life. It's got a more interesting styling muffler on the side, but they did that because you can hook a plow and a snowblower to this. And and this deck, that's another thing. This deck is solid as can be. And it's got handles built to it because it's that heavy. It takes 2 guys to lift it. It really is. It's that heavy. It's got the roller on the front. It's electric PTO, and then it's hydrostatic with this nice smooth riding style with that stick on the dash. You couldn't get a better machine if you tried. You really couldn't. It's going to turn heads at the engine show. I'm going right now. I gave her the suicide knob, as they're called, which helps, steer easier. That seat, mine has that seat. Incredible. It's in perfect condition. The battery is under a nice plastic cover, and that's the one place I found a mouse nest. And it's a Kohler Command. They say it's only 12.5 horsepower, but it's 398 cc. The Briggs, they're all 465 cc, going up to like 15 horsepower, and then the 16 and 17 were 500 cc, because they had all these horsepowers, but they got sued over that because they were all only really 2 different sizes, and beefy hydrostatic transmission. They don't make them that good anymore. That heavy duty. You'll never find one that built that well anymore. Ever. Ever. I mean, literally ever. You're not. Don't expect it. You're not going to. So, those, like I said, because I've already said that. Those days are long gone. So, but yeah, there's even, I have a nice cart for this if they want, if they wanted to buy it. I bought it originally for mine. It hasn't been put to use yet. All right. If you guys go onto my channel and look at the 1979/1980 Cub Cadet 1650, I show the cart, I think on a separate video, and that thing's really incredible. It's got a 16 horsepower horizontal cast iron line K341 Kohler engine, horizontal. So everything's built in that horizontal fashion, the way they used to do things back then. And that was the last year they built that thing. It's a quiet line. It's got covers for the hood, the side of the hood, like that Boland's. It's got covers for the deck. I've got them. I've just, all mechanically, it's pretty well good. It just needs a good cosmetic refurbish. Now, mechanically, it could use new engine mounts. It could use a few things. The light switch had a short, so he had to put a separate light switch. Minor stuff, but other than that, it mows and it still goes. It's just when you're driving, the motor, you can hear it going bum, 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 bouncing because the motor mounts are just so worn, which is, common for something that old. But anyway, I'm going to the engine show in PA, and my friend lives happened to move right by it. So it was meant to be. So I'm going to move the truck up over here. All right. And I've got a few things I'm going to take with me to the engine show in case people want to buy them, like this lens for $25 that you can't buy anymore for the Sears, even though technically I kind of have seen them now, but they're still hard to find. These batteries that are good, that drill, and yeah, basically, we'll be on our way. And I just wanted to share that because that thing is really incredible. So I had it on for $1,500, which during the Trump era, I think it would have been gone within that week for sure. I think that people have way less money to spend, and I think that everything in the store went up. But I also think it's because people got fooled. They think because it's older looking, and because it was a Cub, they probably thought, it's an old Cub, it ain't gonna last long. Wrong. You can't buy a better machine. You can't get a better machine. That was built during a very good time. What I call the sweet spot, It was when everything was built in America with pride, with all the modern technology. It has an old school custom look to it, but it's there, Fiberglass hood, it's not plastic, it's fiberglass, it's strong, Metal might have been a little more expensive still to make, but fiberglass probably isn't too much cheaper. So, and they probably made it like that to give it that nice styling. So there's no problem with that. So yeah, I mean the bagger alone. I mean the guy told me. I asked him about how much was this. He said when I bought it in 1993, it was around $3,000 at the dealer. Those baggers are $400 plus tax. And it has a mulch plug system. Okay, it actually goes up underneath there and special mulch plates. So, you add that all up, and like I said, that's where I got almost $4,000 retail with the taxes and everything. 38 for sure. No joke. It was an honor to have it, but I've got that one basically ready. That one, this leaf machine, it just needs a wash. I've got a blower that's almost ready. I've got this one to finish. I've got that Husqvarna on the other side. I've got those engines still. One of them's going on that Husqvarna. I've got that other Kohler that I got off that machine over there in Lawrence Brook. And then I've got the spare one to, make a good one out of one bad one, by using its parts. And it's just like, I got so much shit to do, it's not even funny. But I'm gonna go make some money today. I'm giving my friend a fair deal, and she's being fair with me. And I already told her we're basic maintenance. She'll be fine. And if she ever has a problem, a major problem, she can call me. If something major was to happen right away, of course I'd take care of it. But I very highly doubt seeing that happen. In fact, I am going to give her those spare pieces that I had deleted, just so she has them. This. Just so she has them. And let her know this is something that it had, but it didn't need. They were deleted. But I'm giving them to you anyway. The battery's on its way out, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But, yeah. Very good. All right, guys? I'm going to fix the notifications on this phone. I'm not getting my calls right or anything. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'm